talk about this forecast, friends. Matt Wentz was joking earlier. It was gorgeous today.
That sounds like that, Matt Wentz.
Yeah, he's good like that. Out of his gourd. He'll be on tonight at 7-Eleven. Tip your waitresses, everybody. Temperatures in the 50s as we go through the late evening into the early morning hours. Notice we're only losing a couple of degrees. Temperatures are still in the 50s right now. Yeah, it did cool off just a little bit, but we have a brisk southwesterly wind that is with us. Winds have settled down just even within the last hour. At the 5 o'clock, 6 o'clock hour, we were talking about wind speeds anywhere from 15 to 20, gusts to 25. So we're starting to see that nighttime settling taking place. We also have high pressure that's sitting over the southern part of Ohio. And you can see that all these arrows are going outbound. So that's spreading. That's high pressure. The air is descending through the atmosphere, and then it spreads ever so gently out along the surface. Whereas we have convergence here out toward the Mississippi River Valley, and that is where low pressure is located. Convergence. Low pressure brings the air in at the surface and lifts it up. So we literally get this rotation of air throughout the atmosphere on a larger scale. We'll start to deal with the cold front. That is the convergent zone that's out to the west of us. But we have a couple days until that happens because this area of high pressure is pretty strong, and it's actually going to deflect the area of low pressure farther north. What does that mean for us? It means it's going to be warmer, and it means that these rain showers are going to hold off for a few days for us. As a matter of fact, here's a look at your hour-by-hour forecast. We will stay mostly clear as we go through the evening. A few clouds coming and going as we head through the overnight. Winds stay out of the southwest, and notice that the temperatures stay in the 40s. So we've had some really chilly temperatures recently, but it looks like the temperatures should hold up for tomorrow. We'll go with a cloud-sun mix. You're probably going to have some veiled sunshine. Russ Mitchell, your personal favorite, with temperatures at midday right up around 60. I think we'll make it to the mid-60s throughout northeast Ohio. These temperatures tend to be a little sluggish. They do warm up a lot faster than it seems. And then by the evening, we're still looking at that cloud-sun mix as things start to settle down for tomorrow night. Here's a look at your Universal Windows direct forecast. There's the 64 I hinted at with that mix of clouds and sun. Partly cloudy, upper 50s for Friday. Friday night football looks fantastic. We'll have rain moving in afternoon into the evening on Saturday. It's coming from the south, so moving in from south to north. That rain holds over to Sunday, and then next week, the temperatures start to take off by Halloween. We'll be right back.